Hi, this is Arvind Upadhyay. I am your host at Arvind Upadhyay Show podcast. In this episode, this podcast is brought to you by Arvind Upadhyay Books and Arvind Enterprises Group. If you're thinking any type of the product and services to connected with Arvind Enterprises, make sure you check out Arvind Enterprises Group, take the franchisee independent partnership and support with Arvind Enterprises Group. You can also invest at Arvind Enterprises Group so that they can build the next generation softwares, product services that can go through the worldwide everywhere, and each and every sectors they are involving in. So you can go to check out the Arvind Enterprise Group. In this episode, I am your host Arvind Upadhyay. You can search me on Google and you can connect me on the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and many other places where you can connect me. Search on Google Arvind Upadhyay, go to Arvind Upadhyay official website. In this episode, I am talking about the things that rich people do to earn more and stay rich. So let's do it and let's talk about it, how you can do this. Have you ever wondered what sets the rich apart from the rest of us? Basically, Robert Kiyosaki has the answer. And the 5 things that rich people do to earn more and stay rich. Welcome to the Arvind Upadhyay Show podcast. Welcome to this episode. In today's episode, we will explore the habits and strategies of the wealthiest peoples in the world in investing in the building a strong network of like-minded individuals that will help you unlock the secret of financial success that only a few know. So if you are ready to take your finance to the next level and open a world of the possibilities, make sure you subscribe and follow Arvind Upadhyay podcast everywhere available. If Spotify, Stitcher, you can give us 5-star rating to us, and also you can join our community to ask questions. If you have any feedback, make sure you can email us at co@arvindenterprisesgroup.com and gmail.com, so you can reach out. Otherwise, you can go to the Arvind Upadhyay team, Arvind Upadhyay official website. You can ask any question and feedback. Your feedback can give us a better opportunity to grow and make sure we can help your feedback has to make the good podcast and product we are doing every day. So that's okay. We will increase your financial IQ and make you smarter with your money in the things that 5 fundamental financial intelligence coefficient that can help you increase your financial knowledge. To become an stay rich, you need to follow 5 main principles. So if you stick up these principles, you can achieve and maintain wealth. Let's say you have ear pain to solve the problem and stop the pain, you need to visit an otolaryngologist. Similarly, if you are not making enough money, you have money problem. If you start solving your money problem, the pain of not having enough money will be disappear, just like your ear pain. For example, if you want to improve your sales skill but you are very shy and hate rejection, you will get discovered. But if you are confident and know that your sales skills are good, then rejection might just be minor setback. In the grand scheme of the things, we know that the lack of confidence is the serious problem that prevent many people from becoming sellers. Now, if you take our course at Arvind Upadhyay official website related to sales, as I talking about previously that I am the author of the more than 100 books. So I'm sure I am the author of this 2-3 books that is related to sales, how to selling is my life and many other. You can go on Google, search Arvind Upadhyay books related selling and sales. You can get that and make sure you buy and read and enjoy it to become the confident at your selling and your health, wealth, love, relationship and success. So becoming the the reason you will start earning more is because your problem is, I think you would agree that solving money problem will help you to earn more. If that is the cause, the more problem you will solve, the more you will earn and the greater your coefficient will be. Now let's talk about the 5 things rich people do to earn more and stay rich, so we can apply similar method. First, you should start solving a small problem. These are usually personal problems such as lack of knowledge of the certain issue or lack of confidence in yourself. Then you move on the more complex problem. It is like a game. So every time you solve a problem, you move to the one to the another level where another problem bait for you, and more money problem you solve, the smarter you become, and more prosperous you will become. Conversely, the more money problem you ignore, the poorer you will become. You must solve your money problem as soon as possible, otherwise there will become a time when you will be forced to do. So that's it. And when you will be forced to do things you don't want, and you will regret not solving the problem when it's be still a small one. As be now, every day you need to solve the money problem. If you're trying to solve the money problem on the daily basis, then I'm damn sure that one day that time will come when you will become expert to solving the money problem. So try to solve the smaller problem first, and then move to the another problem. This is like a game. So first of all, you solve the small problem, then go to the bigger problem, then more bigger than that, more bigger than, like that. So as we know that we need to solve the everyday on these types of the problems. Many people want more money, but they don't want to go through the problem solving process. For example, becoming a doctor and lawyer require a rigorous process of education and training. Many people dream of becoming a doctor or lawyer, but the process doing so often gets is the way. What many people don't realize is that it is the process that make you them rich, not the money to be rich. One must accept the fact that problem will never disappear. Every time you solve a problem, new one will appear. The key to realize that the process of the solving those problems make you richer once you start solving not only your own problem but also those of the other. The sky will be the limit. In the short, there are the millions of the way to make more money, because there are the billions even info to problem to solve. So in my one of this seminar, I was there, and one guy asked me that how I can become a billionaire. Okay, so I give a simple reply to that person that in this planet there are the 7 billion of the people. If you are solving a problem, and that problem is largely for the everybody, and everybody need the solution for that specific problem. If you solve that problem and everybody pay you $1 or 1 Indian rupees, then you are going to get the, if 1 billion people get that solution, and 1 billion people gave you one rupees or $1, then you are going to be easily billionaire by that 1 rupee and $1. So that is the basis about the you are solving the problem, that how big that problem is, and how much and how many people are there facing that problem too. How many people need that solution of that specific problem. So that's the need. You need to focus on the people that billions of the people need, and they. So as you knew, that's when we talk about the Robert Kiyosaki, who was child in his rich father, the rich father of the Robert Kiyosaki said that money problem make you smarter if you solve them. He also said that if you solve your money problem, your financial intelligence will grow. When your financial intelligence grow, you will become richer. If you don't solve your money problem, is a series of the other problem will occur, and you will become a poorer. The rich father used the example of having the tooth pain to explain what he mean by the problem leading to other problem. He said having a money problem is like having the tooth pain. If you don't handle the tooth pain by visiting a dentist, it will only get worse. So if you have tooth pain, it can make you feel bad, which can lead to poorer performance at work due to irritation and infections. Not treating the problem can result in further medical complication, as the infection can easily spread throughout the entire mouth. Consequently, one day you may lose your job due to the chronic illness. Without a job, you will be unable to pay the rent. If you don't find a solution to the rent money problem, you may become homeless. Without a home, with poor health and having to eat from the trash, and you will still have tooth pain and with massive infection. This could be extreme example. However, you can go to and the doctor solve that problem. Well, you go to and the dentist and solve that teeth problem, and then you become healthy. You can get the job and do the job, and you can pay the rent and get the good food to eat and to live. So the thing is that I want to explain and tell you that if you want to solve a problem, then you become more expert in that. For example, if you have a money problem, you need to try to solve that money problem to get the away from that. However, Robert Kiyosaki stated that this is the story had impact on him, and he realized from a very young age the importance of solving problem and the domino effect that occur when problems are solved. Many people fail to address their economic issue when they are still manageable, resulting in greater anguish later. The next coefficient on the 5 things rich people do to earn more and stay rich, as the Robert Kiyosaki say, is to protect your money. The first coefficient is measured by now much our one earn, while the second is measured by how much one save for. For example, one guy who earn 50,000 per month, another guy who earn 30,000 rupees per month. But if you check the bank balance or the savings, the person who earn 30,000 per month, he have more money, and the person who earn 50,000 per month, he have less money. This is not dependent of how much you earn, but dependent on how much you can save the money. I mean, how much you have the money oneself. For example, one person earn the $100,000 a year has a higher financial intelligence and coefficient than the person who earned $200,000 a year. However, that person has losses 50% of their income due to the taxes. So while the second person loses only 15% of difference in their financial intelligence coefficient would be reduced. This means that he or she have a higher financial intelligence. One of my seminar, I was talking just some group of the peoples, and they said that we earn this money in that amount of the time. I asked them that you don't need to have the money, but you need to check out the time period. Like someone earn $1,000 in the $1,000 in the 2 months, and someone earn $1,000 in the 2 days. So who is more richer than they? Like that's not depend on how much money you earn, but that depend on how much less time you require to that earning that money. It's like that. In the coefficient, you need to have the higher financial intelligence. If you have the higher financial intelligence, then the chances are that you are going to solve the more problem related to the money. That important to so the important part is that you need to protect your money from the other people, and that is financial predator at most of no. The world is full of the people and organization that take advantage of the opportunity to help themselves with your money. You know what, I got more calls, and they say that we are from the stock brokerage firm, and give your money, we will manage it. Many wealth managers and many people expert, which I didn't say, I say the fake expertise. You don't need to be automobile engineer to drive a car. You don't need to become the expert to do anything, because if you have basic knowledge and you have some limitation, then you can also do that things, because you don't have to be totally expert in that. That's organization take the advantage of that. That I want to say that yesterday I got to get a call, and that someone saying, and I invest in the cryptocurrency, so if you have your money, we can make it double and easily, and cryptocurrency is a big market. So I just say that you need to protect your money, not save your money with others. So because if you have your money and if someone take over your money, then that's not going to work. So you need to be intelligent and powerful. If you are smarter, then you have more power, then you will take your money. That why the number 2 financial intelligence curve is so important. The Robert Kiyosaki recalled that when he was a child, his wealthy father, my father, and who is he said rich father, rich dad, so he told him that he taught him that the importance of protecting the money through a simple example. He said that a farmer need to protect his crop from the rabbits, bird, and insect, since these animals are the worst enemies, and thieves are of the farmer, imagining that rabbits are thieves is the powerful lessons. So since we all know that the bunnies are the cute, cuddly and harmless just like bird, Kiyosaki's rich dad used cute creatures such as rabbits, bird to illustrate that some of the biggest thieves of our personal wealth are not necessarily criminals and outlaws. He used to bunnies and birds to remind us that some of the biggest financial predators are peoples. Then organization build up trust and respect. These are the peoples or the organization we believe are on this outside and support us. The rich father said that the reason why so many people support us because it makes the easier for them to put their hands in the pocket. One of the reason why so many people have financial problem is because they spend too much money on the list of the financial predators. You need to save your taxes also, because I always say that rich never pays the tax, poor pay the tax. I was doing a job and that job was in I am from India, so I know I am talking about rupees. If you are trying to calculate and understand, then the salary point was 3 lakh CTC and the GST was 80% on that salary. You know what, that when we go for the job, we get the paid by the cutting the taxes. Rich people never pay tax. And why they never pay tax? Because they know that how to they can utilize that taxes for their growth of their businesses and expand and grow the more with that money, with that things. Rich never pay taxes. Yeah, this is truth. I talk and teach everyone this thing, because when they have the time to pay tax, they say that even rich people, they take the loans to do businesses. If the Elon Musk need to start a new company, what he is going to do? He is going to bank and say that I have the 20% stock in the Tesla, and in that advantage I own the more than 100 billions, and you can give me the loan, and that I will go and take it, and they take that with the very little of the interest rate, and they reinvest that in that their own companies, and that they after reinvesting they make the more. Even I have seen that people, so in the they use the company's money to buy the cars and luxury product. The things behind that is because they buy that luxury because they are not going to pay the tax. They say that this is the business requirement, and they deduct they from the what do we say, the asset and liabilities. So they show the case that this is liabilities company and businesses are having, so we don't need to pay the taxes for that. And government make the fool to the middle class people. The rich people never want that these things the poor know, because if the poor and middle class people know these things, that how they use the loans and debt to make themselves rich, and they use themselves that debt to utilizing for the better purposes, then they are also going to be rich. So they keep the secret with themselves, so no one can know this actually. And this is the biggest reason they keep this secret, because they say to each other with their network, please don't say to anyone this secret, because we need to make them always poor. We told them that this is the secret to being the rich. They can be rich easily. So this is the main reason why they keep them this secret. And that's a thing, they never pay the taxes. Even governments always make the laws according to the biggest firms and organizations in the countries, because they think that they are doing the most valuable things, and they have the good connection with the people. So wealthy people have the wealthy connections with the people, and that's the amazing part of their life is there. And this is the biggest reason that they keep this secret. Rich people have this secret because they never pay anything in the taxes. Even they think that we are not made for the paying taxes. One of the interview I was listening the Warren Buffett, and he said I pay less tax than my personal assistant, and that's a truth. They pay the very less the taxes than they have their employees, and this is the reason because they know how to use that, how to don't pay the taxes. And taxes are the biggest expense for the job of the tax departments to take your money, and you are here because to pay the government, and the government who then spend is the problem with the most bureaucrats is that they are very good at spending others people. They do not know how to earn money, so they may choose to become, if they were able to earn money, they would likely become businessman instead of the bureaucrat. Since they do not know how to earn it, however, they do love to spend it. Bureaucrats spend a lots of the finding more creative ways to get our money through the taxes. As you know, we already pay taxes on our income, investment, house, car, gasoline, trips, clothes, food, alcohol, cigarettes, businesses, and educations, among other things. We pay taxes on the taxes, and on things we don't even know about. These taxes are sold to us good for the society, and some of them to do benefit. There are the lots of the taxes people don't know, such like a GST is a common for in India. GST is a common for anything you are buying, selling, anything you are doing. GST is a common in that. You are going to get the clothes, you are getting the cloth with the GST, shoes with the GST, everything is conducted with this. So that society, however, problem of that the only get bigger because bureaucrats don't know how to solve them, that because that bureaucrats don't know how to solve them, and no, they know how to throw money at the problem. Don't be too quick to jump to conclusion about your opinion on the taxes. Actually, Robert Kiyosaki doesn't dislike the government or paying taxes. He simply recognized that taxation is necessary evil in order to live a civilized society. Taxes are paid for the schools and teachers, firefighters and police protection, judicial system and military, road, airport, food security, etc. The rich father was frustrated with the taxes because bureaucrats rarely solved the problem they faced, resulting in the increases in the tax. The rich father's philosophy was that the job of the bureaucrats is to legally take as much as they can from your pocket, and your job is to make them take as little as possible legally. So actually, what I want to say, that employer always pay very little from their pocket to their employees. The reason behind that paying very little is that if they pay something more than that, they are not going to be sufficient, and you are going to grow more, and they never want that you will grow. You always they always want to keep you as an employee. So that is the reason they always take as much as they can from they always take a little, give you as possible as legally. Unfortunately, it is often those who earn the least who pay the highest percentage of the taxes. According to the author, financial planning should include an understanding of three different types of income: active, passive and accrued. Now, I think I am the author of a book called Passive Income, and I am the also author of a book Income Streams. If you don't have these type of the books, go on Google, search Arvind Upadhyay books, and you can buy from Amazon, Flipkart, Barnes and Nobles, and bookshop.org or any other websites, and search Arvind Upadhyay books there, and you can get there. So these knowledge can help you save your money on the taxes in case if you don't argue. Income is the you receive from the working from the company, somewhere from 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. Active income is that money. In simple word, I can explain that active income is income that you put the hard work and work for that physically to do that, to earn that money for it. And biggest example is to 9 to 5 job is making money is a active income. You earn from investing in stock and bonds. Finally, these are the passive income. So an income you get for owning asset that constantly providing you with the money without working. An example of this can be real estate. Working to get passive income does not allow much protection against taxes. On the other hand, active income and passive income provide greater protection. This is one of the many reasons why the Robert Kiyosaki is against the income of a job. Life is unpredictable and there is no guarantee for the happily ever after. It is only a concept found in the fairy tales. This is why the important to have an exit strategy for anything that has potential to hold value. My friend, that's mindful of this can be difficult to mention the topic agreement before trying to connect with one you know love with. However, it's important to discuss financial perspective. I always say that follow your passion. If you are following your passion, then that work, whatever you are doing, that going to be more interesting and you are going to be more interested in that. I have seen the people who never love their job, but due to the financial problem, due to they have EMI and loans, these type of the burdens, they can't leave that job. And even employers say to them, you can't leave it. How much burden, how much the problems I'm giving to you, you can't leave this because you have your EMI, you have your loans, and these are the problems. They still going to be on that specific job. They can't leave that one because of this reason, and this is the biggest reason for their not leaving the job and always staying keeping with themselves and being that with that job. So what I want to say that you have to be focused on the long term message which I was talking about. There are the three types of the income: active income, passive income, and accurate income. You need to focus on mostly on the making the passive income. If you have the passive income, then you can be great at you can do anything and the freedom. And you if you want to becoming rich, then the things that you need just how to start your company, read my book, and you can, if you having the businesses, then you can get the more benefit from that, and you can live anywhere in the world and just make the fun, do the fun with anything, with anyone, and you cannot even worry about living, and you are not going to worry about thinking about the money that you need to have. So that's the thing that you focus on, and just stay calm and happy with everything. So if you know that if you are before entering into any agreement, it's financially wise to consider your exit strategy. So if you have the exit strategy, then that's a woman. Whenever I talk about in my seminars about the starting a startup or starting the businesses, I always say that make a startup that's is purely you can sell that company, that is startup, because you need to have an exit strategy. So you never know that the future may bring death, being the ultimate exist. The time predators ventures may appear if you are wealthy. So not having the financial prosperity can be costly for your loved ones. So there you need to have the make the fortune for the wealth for your family, for loved one and everyone. So some predators are family friends, and the governments will come to your funeral, and if you are rich grandchildren of your brother-in-law children, and even those you can have never met, become family upon your death and may come to your funeral. If you have a high IQ, you can control the percentage of your money that bare family member receive after you die. There are the three things a financially savvy person should do. One, do not keep any valuable in your name. It is important to keep in mind that financially intelligent people do not have asset in their name. One example of a family millionaire who does not have his asset, his name is Elon Musk. Although he is the founder and CEO of various companies like Tesla and SpaceX, he reportedly does not own any share of the companies in his name. Instead, he owns these shares through various trust and holding companies. This is a common practice among wealthy individuals to protect their assets and maintain privacy. To remember to buy home insurance, liability is right away. You can't buy insurance when you need to want to sell insurance for a house that is already on fire. Predator 3 universal companies. It is recommended to ensure all the valuable assets are kept in trusted legal entities such as LLC, etc. Unfortunately, many small businesses owners tend to use inefficient entities such as universal companies or general associations. The complexity of these entities can lead to inefficiencies and lack of transparency on the part of management. Predators for the broker is the term used to describe somehow who trade various forms of financial asset. These can range from share and bond to mortgages. Businesses and other investment nowadays are the majority of the people rely on the product salesman for financial advice rather than getting it from wealthy individual. Therefore, it can have therefore if you have a rich friend who is an investment broker, inquire whether he became wealthy because his sales capability or his financial knowledge. As Warren Buffett once said, Wall Street is the only place that people ride into in the Rolls Royce to get advice from those who take the subway. By the way, if you are enjoying the video, if you are enjoying this episode, then so for more topic, like, make sure you comment and more so you can give us feedback. So you need to choose a better broker one before investing or doing businesses in any area. It is important to educate yourself. Having more knowledge will enable you to differentiate an educated broker. So this was all about the things rich people do to earn more money. If you want to be rich, then make sure read all of my books related to think like rich, how to be rich in early 20s, and how to get wealthy, and many other. Go read Arvind Upadhyay books to becoming wealthy and rich. Thanks for listening this episode. I am your host Arvind Upadhyay. Make sure follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and make sure you send a connection at LinkedIn so we can connect there. Search Arvind Upadhyay on Google and go on connect me on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.